Good evening, everyone. So, today's program is all we are going to talk about how to find happiness. Now, this as a topic, we all know that happiness is something very inert, and we talk a lot about happiness in different ways. So, today on our show, we have our very dear speakers, as always, and the most loved speakers, which we get to hear and listen to their perspective on various topics. And today's topic is how to find happiness. And on this topic, we have our very own first speaker, Khushi Jain, and she, as we know, she is a happypreneur and a happiness coach. And another speaker whom we have is Suparna Ghoshal, as always, who steals her our show and talk a lot about the stories and the real life experience what we get from her. So in today's show, we are going to talk about how to find happiness. Uh, it can be in various things. For different people, happiness is different. For us, happiness can be money, happiness can be family, or happiness can be getting a new job or a good hike, or it can be anything what we have in our day-to-day life. It can be the smallest of the smallest things. But today, on this topic, we are going to, throw some questions again to both our speakers, and we will understand what exactly happiness means to them. And on our show, we have both our happiness coach, and they help people in terms of making their clients or the customers whom they work with, they work with them so closely that their learning and the perspective of life changes. I have seen them, I have been with them for almost a year now. I truly believe that the work what they do. So today on our show, the questions what we have, let's listen from both of them. uh, to start with, I'll just ask Khushi. Khushi, according to you, what is happiness for you? And do you think that happiness is inside us or it's something outside factor?
Yeah. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Khushi and I'm a happypreneur, and I've authored a book called Khushi Unlimited. This is my book. You can see it, you can find it on Amazon and on Notion Press Store. So, this book talks about how you can find true happiness with the resources that are within you. That is very, very important. We all know that happiness is very subjective. It is very, it depends on person to person, but happiness overall is a state of mind. It's how you feel, how you sense. It's an emotion. And for me, happiness is, I find happiness in very small things, and that like gets me through my day. So it could just be by giving someone something. It could be, learning something. It could be getting a compliment from someone. It could be any experience that I have throughout the day. I just want to be happy in every single moment, and that is my funda. So how do you make your brain, you know, uh, habituated to these kind of situations is what is important. We all tend to, get very low at times. We all tend to see the darker side of life. But remember that we all have this very bright and sunnier side also. Look at this, look at the positives of any situation that you have in your life, whether you're challenged, how will you overcome it? Look at the opportunities that are there available for you and find solutions to the problems instead of sitting and, saying that why things are happening to me or why I can't move forward, why am I stuck in life? Because there are always options for you. There are always different things that you can look out for. So for me, happiness is finding satisfaction at the end of the day when I sleep. I just want to feel the joy of spending the day happily, of making someone happy that particular day, or doing something for someone, or it could be learning something new, a new experience, a new skill set, anything that you can learn. And it could be in small things, just gazing at the sun probably, or gazing at the sky, gardening. It could be these small experiences that can bring joy to you. And it is scientifically proven that when you do certain things on a day-to-day basis, these small activities, certain hormones are released in your body. So these are the DOSE hormones, DOSE, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphin. So these are the hormones that are released. So these tend to, give you that energy, give you that positive vibe, and give you that. These are these happy hormones. These are the good hormones which are released when you practice these happy, experiences throughout the day. So happiness to me is finding satisfaction, being, physically fit, being energetic, being self-motivated, learning, giving, and finding gratitude, counting your blessings, and the list goes on. I find happiness in very little things, and as my name is Khushi, I always tell to people that I'm here to spread happiness, and I really love interacting with people, learning from people, and doing small things that make me happy. And that's about it for me about happiness.
Wow, that's amazing. Suparna, if I just ask you quickly, do you think happiness is inside us or it's an outside factor? What do you say if I ask you this question? Same question, but I want to know your perspective on this.
Let me tell a small little thing which happened at my place this morning. Okay.
Okay.
So this morning I was somewhere inside my flat, the other end of it, and then I suddenly hear my hubby speaking in very, very lovey-dovey tones, So, Arey yaar, with whom is he speaking? Very lovey-dovey tones. So I walked out and I came, and there's a small Porsche behind this, and he sits there and he is talking, and he मतलब अपने आप में गुम है. He is talking, he is within himself, he is happy, he is transported. He does not belong right at that moment here within the family. Then I realized he got a call from his childhood friend, and they are speaking after nearly 40 years.
Oh my
40. 40 years.
Amazing.
Okay. And the reason why they are speaking is my son does a lot of good painting. So one of his paintings he had uploaded on his Facebook. The gentleman has been tracking him for the past 3 to 4 months. Today he got hold of his phone number from LinkedIn, and then he made this call in the morning, which was around 10:30. The connect which I saw at that point is, it is so much a vindication of your personality. When the world comes back after a span of 4 decades, यानी कि एक generation निकल गया, दूसरा generation खड़ा हो गया, ठीक है? 2 generations, and still people remember you, people call you back, people want to connect with you, and then all those 40 years are gone in between. You start recollecting what you were 40 years back, and the bridge which has been built in this 40 years, and where you stand today. That pure expression where you are transported out from the current jhamela of life is happiness. And it is there right within you. You do not seek it.
Yes.
You nurture it. आप ढूंढ नहीं सकते उसको. इस दोस्त को उन्होंने ढूंढा, लेकिन when they are talking, they are nurturing that relationship of 40 years back, when they were schoolmates, when they were college mates, and all these years of their successful career path, that just did not happen. They are talking about iska kya hua, uska kya hua, yahan khate the, wahan karte the, things like that. And then what are your children doing? What are they doing? Is minuscule. Hey, that is also there. Is minuscule. What we used to do in our youth, and what are your children doing in their youth? So this beauty of nurturing your own personality, this beauty when people endorse you, this beauty when your talk, your happenings, whatever you have done, maybe 20 years back, 30 years back, 40 years back, today you are doing, it will come back to you maybe in another 5 years, 10 years. this beautiful phase of that particular few moments is pure happiness, right? So it is there within us. We need to nurture it, is what I feel. And what I saw this morning was like pure bliss to me, And about just before the pandemic started, or after the pandemic started, in fact, somewhere in the month of March, I think I said it earlier also in one of my talks with you guys only. My postgraduate students, my postgraduate days when we were students, roughly some long time back, early 90s, one of them put in a small little message in the WhatsApp telling, I want to create a Zoom link. Would you all participate? And we were seeing each other after 30 years, and all from different corners of the world, and nobody was then talking about what are you doing now? हम लैब में क्या करते थे, कौन से सर को क्या गाली देते थे, कौन सा सर अच्छा पढ़ाते थे, which teacher never used to listen to us, and all those talks come out. But this endeavor of a lady called Dr. Joyce Vandes, who is staying somewhere in Washington, to reach out to us all across the world and tell, hey, come, let's have a chat on Zoom, is a very innate quality within you, which tells that I am happy. Let me share happiness. Let me reach out to the world. Let me see if people still remember me. Let me see. And 99% of the times, friends, I have seen that agar aap अच्छे हो तो दुनिया अच्छी है. If you are good,
Absolutely.
the world is
Absolutely.
good. But
That's
if
so
you
true.
are, jalebi ki tarah goal, dunya is also jalebi ki tarah goal for you. As simple as that.
Very
But I got
true.
reminded of this incident of mine where this writing a book, had got me connected to so many people, like such old friends, I'm even nursery friends, like 15 years old friendship. And so many people, like they were like, I was really bad at English, okay? I couldn't even write a proper composition when my teachers used to ask me when my English, I used to get screwed in all my English periods. And today, writing a book, they're like, my God, you were so bad at doing compositions and you've written a book. I'm like, yeah. And I've got connected to so many of them. They've actually bought the book, they've reviewed it, they've read it. And it's such an awesome thing. It's like, this gives me joy. Like these small things of getting connected to people and, talking about what we used to do, matlab, all the happy moments that we have. And this literally, lifts me up and gives me so much joy. So I got reminded of this incident. Just 2 days back, my friend called me and she was like, I'm missing the papad ki sabzi you used to get in your tiffin and, the parathas you used to get. And I'm like, yeah, I'll call you home and let's have a lunch together. She said, yeah, definitely. So these are the small things, just lift you up. Yeah.
This is
Wow.
happiness.
Yeah.
Lovely, lovely. That's amazing. I mean, see, these are the experiences which we have in our life, and the day-to-day things, the smallest of the smallest things, what we see in our life, is what brings happiness in our life. It's only the thing that what perspective you're looking at that thing, and what kind of happiness do you really feel? Is it intrinsic or extrinsic? Happiness can be intrinsic or extrinsic, both ways. In what way exactly that happiness you feel that it's happiness for you is what matters. It doesn't matter whether it is
One thing I would like to add to this, Rahil. Intrinsic happiness is long lasting.
Exactly.
Extrinsic happiness is very short lived. Like you get, it's like
Short-lived.
materialistic things, or it is something you want, or something you get a hike, a promotion, or you get something, you buy a new car, you buy a new phone. It's all temporary. After that, after 2-3 days, you're used to it. You're like, ho gaya, theek hai mere paas. It's that.
Absolutely.
But intrinsic happiness lasts longer. The relationships that you have, the kind of friends that you have, the kind of positivity that you have, the kind of self-aware you are, your mindset, all this really matters in overall well-being. It is very, very within us, but it's just us how we nurture it. And like Suparna said, nurturing and exploring how you can bring out that happiness from within you.
Absolutely. The intrinsic happiness for me is to get on screen with you both guys and to talk on the screen and discuss a lot of topics, and that brings me an intrinsic happiness to me, because I feel really connected with you both, and that makes me happy because I'll be always charged up, and then I'll be like, okay, I need to, I need to be not looking a fool in front both of you. So I have to be little knowing about the subject. I should be asking you some questions which makes sense. So that is something happiness for me, and which I get happiness when I'm on the screen with you guys.
Even
Awesome.
for us.
So
Even for us.
thank you so much. It's my pleasure. Thank you so much. One question, Suparna, for you. If I ask you one question, what do you think is the color of a happiness? So what would you say a color of happiness?
For me, color of happiness is red.
Awesome.
Vibrant.
Okay. Vibrant color.
Right?
How about you, Kushi?
Vibrant color.
For me, it is colorful, multicolored, but definitely I would go for yellows and oranges because I feel, it's a very warm color, very warm feeling when you look at something that's yellow or when you look at something that's orange. That's very close to my heart. My book also has a lot of yellow in it. That's because I really love that color, and it literally, it charges me, that yellow color. So I feel happiness. Yeah, yellow is the color for happiness for me.
Awesome.
But definitely
So,
vibrant, colorful is definitely the go-to, thing for happiness.
What is your color,
Amazing.
Rahil?
What is
your
your color?
I'm actually wearing it.
Why? Peace.
Peace. Okay.
I mean, I have different colors for different moods. So I like blue and yellow because yellow is very vibrant and blue is a very a sober tone. So I like these three colors, I can say. So different shades of different moods, I can say probably. Thank you so much. Ashwini says orange and Arnav says blue. Thank you so much, guys. It's, most of the thing is like that. The color of happiness is definitely different for everyone. But if I ask you, there was one question which we got from Ashwini Joshi. He asks, is happiness just a state of mind? Suparna, would you like to take this?
Is happiness a state of mind?
Just a state of mind.
Yes, it is a state of mind. It's just a state of mind. I cannot tell. I do not think it is just a state of mind. Okay, your mind and your heart, right? These things need to get connected. When I say mind, it is the brain. When I say heart, it is the dil. Both your mind and heart needs to get connected. That is when your happiness will come. That is when it glows. That is when happiness glows, right? So yesterday, I was writing on, I am forgetting this lady's name, Moses, in our XSA group. There's one girl, Jasmine Moses, right?
Yeah.
She had put in.
She wrote about hope. Yeah.
She wrote about hope, right? And I answered to her in 4 lines. I said that light which is there in your heart, right? That light which lights up your soul, that light which is along with you always, dear friend, that is hope, who will never leave your side, right? Hope is something which you are anticipating, but happiness is something which you are feeling. But if the feeling is restricted to mind, then it is extrinsic. Yeah. I'm thinking with my mind, right? Is it just a state of mind? I want a promotion, I got it, I am happy, superb, right? I want a car, I have got it, I'm elated. My family, my friends are elated. State of mind, extrinsic, right? But when you come home after buying a car and your wife has already made that pot of kheer for you, that is intrinsic because
Absolutely.
you've got a new
Absolutely.
car.
Yeah.
Right? Or your child comes home the next day and shows a drawing of your new car. Then you start feeling it from dil se, wow, you feel it like that. That is true happiness. Just the state of mind is extrinsic. True happiness has to be intrinsic, where your mind and heart get connected. is my take.
I want to
Wow.
put some light into this. For me,
Yeah.
it is holistic. Happiness is holistic. It is three things: mind, body, and soul. Because body also is very, very important for your overall well-being. Physical fitness also matters. Of course, emotional fitness, mental fitness does matter, but physical fitness also. And yeah, like when the body, the soul, and the mind, all the three are connected, you do find true happiness. So yeah, and most of it Suparna has answered. So that is the answer to the question.
Great. A very short question. Can money buy happiness?
Money can buy you the cot, it can't buy your sleep, right? Money can get you lovely bungalows and flats and furnishes, but it can't get you your peace of mind. You have taken a huge loan and done a lovely house, right? Now you are thinking about think about it, think about us. How many of us have taken loans to build our houses, and think about the number of attritions that are happening today.
Yeah.
What happens to that beautiful house? You put your mind and soul and everything to make it beautiful, and you've taken a huge amount of loan, and then the attrition comes onto your head. Look at the amount of tension it creates. So the happiness that you got in the primary phase of creating that beautiful house now is lost. So money can get you something, but money definitely cannot get you a house. I mean, there are many things like that. You can spend a plumb to get married, but there is no assurance that your marriage will be a happy marriage.
Yeah.
Right? All parents try, whatever is the selection of the girl or the boy today, the parents try to see that, the things are comfortable, it has a societal recognition, the children are happy, and all the parents go out to make it a social event, so that the acceptance of the new person, either from the bride or from the groom's end, is taken in wholeheartedly, right? But does that assure you that your life will be happy? No. You don't know what is going to go wrong unless the individual takes an effort to create happiness in that relationship.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
know when to keep her mouth shut, does know when he has to walk out, does know when he has to come back, does she knows when to apologize. Both the parties need to come together to create that happiness. Those crores of rupees spent to build that home, or uh, get that marriage function done, nothing helps ultimately. What helps is the individual's icha to run that healthy relationship. Then only it happens. Money doesn't happen. Money cannot help you. And in my experience of life has been that bigger issues in life, bigger issues, पॉलिसी खरीदना है, लाखों रुपए की पॉलिसी खरीदना है, गाड़ी चेंज करनी है, फ्लैट खरीदना है, higher education of children and all. Okay, these are big issues which needs to be discussed, right? These are big issues which needs to be discussed in our home, at least at my place, in my family. These were never a bone of contention between both of us. करना है ठीक है कर लेते हैं. It's like that. Let's do it. But the smaller things, that's where, when your attention diverts from the family, when you are too busy, my child will say, "Ma, today you are so busy with your webinar." That one sentence tells me that I have not given him enough attention throughout the day. He may be a 16-year-old, he may be a 30-year-old, he may be a 35-year-old father, but he might come back and tell, "Hey, Pa, you're so busy, man." It can happen. What does that sentence tell you? That sentence tells that they haven't got the attention that they are looking out from you. It's not their grudge towards you. It's not their anger towards you. Primarily ऐसा लगता है कि यार मेरे काम में क्यों दखल दे रहे हैं, मैं काम कर रहा हूं ना. It becomes like that. Primarily that is the question. That is the first thing which hits at actually. अरे मैं ऑफिस का काम कर रहा हूँ क्या है? But think about it little deeply. Why did that person tell that to you? Like I tell that sometimes to my husband, yeah, throughout the day, please shut the phone. Right? You look at my face, shut the phone. I said, yeah, please shut the phone, both of you. You know? So why do I tell this? Because I want his attention into family affairs sometimes. And that's a small thing, shutting off the phone. Buying a 50 lakh policy is a very big thing, but there nobody is actually getting worried. I and my husband, or you and your husbands, or somebody XYZ with his or her partner, or fiance, or husband, or mother-in-law, father-in-law, whoever, it is discussed just about once, because that is all about security of the family. So you do it, fatafat, you just do it off. Right? You cut corners here and there, and you see to that those EMIs are verified every month. You take care of how much financial apportion you need to do to get that thing going every day. But you don't think in terms of, "Arey yaar, why are you not listening to me?" Right? We say that because we need that person into our life, into our day-to-day. So that is very important. That is where is happiness. Those smaller things are happiness. The larger issues are issues to be sorted out. As simple as that. Issues to be sorted out and to be channelized. Channelize करके निकल जाओ. As we say, रास्ता काट के निकल जाओ. As simple as that. Right? So my take is, happiness is something which is lying there inside you, but you have to communicate also about it. We generally do not communicate. Like the way I tell, "Arey yaar, phone rakho na," he might get jittery, no? I have my work, why are you asking? But if I tell, "Hey, 8 hours you have been with the phone, come here, let's sit and have lunch together," I'm communicating with him. We generally do not, particularly the women folk, we do not communicate our needs. The men communicate in the garb of chauvinism. I hope people do not take me wrong in this, but this is our genetic buildup, which has happened over ages and thousands of years. It has got nothing to do with we being Indians or somebody being American. Sorry, no. There is no difference. The difference is between a genetic constitution called female body, the genetic constitution called a male body. That's it. That's it. And this is where we need to make that small walk if we really want to be happy. Cut across religion, class, caste, creed, society, everything. It's between two people. Communicate. हम करते नहीं हैं. And the male member also feels, why should I? और हमारे कभी कभार, this pandemic has actually taken out the layers from the American society from our eyes. If all of us used to think America or the West is highly civilized, highly scientific, right? Highly modern, highly industrious. But look at the way they're behaving during this corona times. True, they tell absolutely. God has given us, breathed life into us. How can you put a mask and close that breath? I mean, how much more can you be stupid? Yeah? How much more can you be stupid? Now, so I today, I feel we are better off. We are much, much better off than what an American society is. हम आज तक बोलते थे America is a free society, thereby the social bonding is not there. Because one mother comes with 2 children, with a third father who comes with another 3 children. Okay? And you are staying together. Now, who is whose father, we don't know when they grow up. Thereby, their attachment, societal attachment, is very feeble. Very, very feeble. We always used to take proud in telling that the Western society, after you are 18, tells you earn your monies. and you live your life. But yes, it is good in a way. But many times these children take the advantage of that, of behek jate hain. Behek jate hain. I'm sure even, I mean, my parents, when they were alive a few years back till that time, even now they used to topify my life. ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए, वैसा नहीं करना चाहिए. और आज वो नहीं है, मुझे तो खटकती है कि मुझे कहने वाला कोई नहीं है आज. Right? And we love that intrusion of our elders into our lives. Try to look at it in a very positive frame, that they are trying to tell it with their experience. They're not interfering in your life. But they're just knocking, just a small knock. It's up to you how you find that knock to be good or bad, how much you're going to absorb that knock happily, or you're going to get irritated. You take it happily, they're happy, you are happy. You take it with an irritation, they feel sad, you are irritated. Lot of negativity jumps in. Remove it. And then see, tell them yes. And see how happy they are. How happy they are. I have been seeing a lot of my friends, their children, सब abroad चले गए हैं, ठीक है? 2 children, lovely family when we were all young, but now one is somewhere, one is somewhere. They will come once in a year, twice in a year. Now they are alone. Now they are dependent on friends. There is nobody else that they can depend on in and around. And these children also do not have either the time or the inclination to get back to their parents. How sad it is. I तो tell my children, बाहर कहीं नहीं जाना, यहीं रहना, यहीं पढ़ाई करना, यहीं नौकरी करना. You know?
Oh God.
Good. Life is good. If you think life
That's
is good,
true.
life will be good. If you
In
think
this
life is
manner,
bad,
I
life
just want to add here, in my own experience here, I would like to add. For me, happiness means family. Okay. And my family is, everyone are in Bangalore. I got a hell lot of opportunities outside Bangalore. I mean, in fact, Mumbai and Chennai and Hyderabad, Ahmedabad, all these places I got opportunity, good opportunities. In fact, I chose myself. I chose myself not to take that opportunity just because I don't want to miss being with my family. Because the only reason for me is my family will not come. And when my family is not going to come with me to that place wherever I am going, so what is the point for me to be there and earn huge money and be alone? So that is like for me, money can buy happiness, but not at the cost of my family.
definitely.
So that's
Definitely.
what I feel. That's my perspective for happiness for me.
I will add to that a bit. In the year 2015, my husband decided that he's going to move out of Bangalore to a place called Dehradun. Okay. So he moved out to Dehradun because I was having a fantastic job. I said, no, we are going to stay back here. You go and see how Dehradun is all about. Okay. Parallelly, my daughter moved to Mumbai for a job. Okay. So she moved out to Mumbai. He moved out to Dehradun. Me and my son were left out here in Bangalore. We're all, first few months, it was very hunky-dory. सब अपने अपने जगह पे settle हो गए हैं, ठीक है? My daughter is very happy with her job. My husband is very happy with his job. I and my son, lot of freedom, so we are all very happy and things like that. But then it hits you. First 2-3 months, it is very nice. And after that, you suddenly feel you come home. Everybody started feeling that. We come home, Papa is not there. Papa feels, I come home, nobody is there at home. Daughter feels, Mama, what is this? एक बार पापा के संग बात करो, एक बार आपके संग बात करो, एक बार भैया के संग बात करो, एक के बदले 3 कॉल करने का मेरे को. You know, and then it started to eat into our happiness. We were never comfortable. Me and my son out here, I remember that year, 2015, my daughter was in Chennai. Yeah, my daughter got a job in Chennai and she moved to Chennai. There were floods in Chennai. So morning 7 o'clock, she called me up and said, "Ma, there is a lot of water coming into the lane." She used to stay on first floor. I will better, मैं जल्दी आज office चली जाती हूँ. That was 7 a.m. in the morning. Okay. At around 1:30 in my office, when it's the lunch hour, in our lunch hall, there is a television. So some people saw the situation of Chennai is so bad. They called me up from the lunchroom and said, "Ma'am, please come and see what's happening in Chennai." I said, "What happened?" She said, "Please come." So I went up to the lunchroom and I saw this situation of Chennai. I frantically started calling my daughter. And there is no response. There is no response. I started calling her office. There is no response. I started calling her friends in Chennai. जिनके भी connect उन्होंने दिए थे. There is no response. And I am alone here with a little boy and my husband is in Dehradun. I called him up. Okay. I said, "This is the situation in Chennai." He said, "Don't panic. I will try to patch up some people whom I know in Chennai." After half an hour, he calls, "I am not able to reach anybody in Chennai." So our panic levels are increasing. Finally, I called up her corporate office, which is in Delhi, and I told them, "I am Sanita Ghoshal's mother. I only need the news. Where is Sanita Ghoshal in Chennai?" My last talk with her was at 7 a.m. Dear friends, my understanding that all of us are comfortable in 3 different zones with our careers just went out of the window that day. Simply went out of the window. I felt family should be together.
Yes.
Family should be together. There is no way. At least parents should be together. Then wherever the children are, we will take care of them. I gave that call to the corporate office around 4:30. My MD walked into my cabin and he said, "Suparna, if you are really that worried, if you are not able to trace Sanhita by 6:37, we will send out a battery of people to Chennai to find her out." I said, "Wait," because he knew that my husband is not here. I said, "Wait, let's wait." And when he came and said that, मेरा panic level और बढ़ गया. ये बच्ची कहाँ खो गई चेन्नई में? My husband is not able to trace anybody in Chennai. Around 5:30 in the evening, their HR director called me up to tell, "Sanhita is fine. Please do not worry. We will pick her up. You do not worry. And we'll get you connected to her. Please hold on. But we know she is fine. She's fine. Our security is with her." तब मैंने सांस ली, तब मेरे पति ने थोड़े सांस लिए. लेकिन by the time we could talk, it was 10 in the night. फिर मुझे पता चला कि पानी फर्स्ट फ्लोर तक आ गया था. उनको एक फ्लोट में बिठा के 2 किलोमीटर खींचते हुए सिक्योरिटी पीपल लेके गए और जो गाड़ी रुकवा के आए थे वो गाड़ी भी पानी में निकल गई. फिर और 4 किलोमीटर आगे हाईवे तक गए. फिर सिक्योरिटी के लोग उनको लेके गए. So they had only 4 women working in that office. All 4 women were picked up to be put in a 5-star hotel. All 4. But dear friends, that day I realized career is not so important. Within the next 3 months, I said, "Listen, I am resigning out. We are coming to Dehradun." Simple. You have to hitchhike any one career. किसी एक जन को आगे बढ़ने देना, उसके पीछे दूसरा चले. Then family is in balance. दोनों अगर लड़ पड़े कि मैं आगे, तो गई काम. ठीक है? दोनों साथ चलना है. तो एक जन को थोड़ा पीछे हो जाओ. तो बच्चों, your children grow up as healthy individuals. And within the next 8 or 9 months, we joined him in Dehradun. Then you said family and happiness. This whole story came back to my mind and that panic that we went through in those few hours. Your career, your beautiful house, your money, nothing stands there till you know that every person of your family is safe and sound and you are able to hear their voices.
So true.
That is happiness. That is happiness. That is peace of mind. You cannot buy it. Impossible. Right?
Yes, absolutely.
Let's go ahead.
Oof. I mean, there are our audience also is telling that they were literally visualizing the scene what you said just now. Loveleen says that she literally visualized what exactly the story what you said. It's really, even I was visualizing that pain and the kind of I mean the mental trauma. It is a mental trauma,
Trauma that you
which
went.
it's a mental trauma exactly, and especially in terms of family, the people who actually take family first in their life will have these problems when some kind of a panic situation comes. So I completely understand the situation which you have gone through. And I just realized one more thing. What happens when we are this kind of a situation? We tend to try. I mean, all kind of ways out to reach we reach our family member. If we don't reach, we get all that negative vibes inside us. Oh my
Yes,
God, what's happening? What's happening?
bilkul,
So
bilkul.
this is truly I can
I
understand the
mean,
family.
experiences of life, you have to learn from them.
Learn from
We
it
should never
exactly.
forget our experiences. We cannot shoo away our experiences. We build on that experience. We should. Then there was a photograph which was sent to us the next day from their office where she's sitting on a very thin sheet, aluminium sheet, not aluminium, cardboard sheet, and four people are pushing her in the water. And she's clutching her bag, her laptop, and her mobile. She's sitting like that, and that picture went through our entire corporate circle, her international circle, across, right? But when I saw that picture, I started crying. I said, "अरे, इस बच्चे को घर में हम लोग we try to protect our children, ना कि वो
Exactly,
सबसे अच्छा
absolutely.
खाए, वो सबसे अच्छा रहे, हमसे बेहतर रहे कम से कम." And look at this girl. I believe a call was given to her to tell, please pick up your laptop, your mobile, your power banks, and 2 sets of clothes. Nothing more than that. Nothing more than that. Wear your slippers, because they came and they just gave that board and they said, jump onto this. She said, if I topple, we are there. इस तरीके से हुआ था कहानी, and that picture went around the whole world. She was working at that point of time with Hilton International Chennai, and the entire Hilton circle across the world had that picture floating. And I said, Bacha, are you okay? But it built her strength.
Definitely.
Yes.
She became stronger. The positive part of the story lies there. She
Yes.
became stronger. She said, Ma, when the first call came around 9:30, 10, she said, Ma, I'm calling from somebody else's phone. I'm absolutely fine. Just tell Baba, I'll charge everything, change everything, and I'll call you guys back. I will not, before 12, I'm going to call you. That is all. And she said, phones are hai nahi charo aur. So we can't speak for long. There is no connectivity in Chennai. But she became stronger. Her individuality grew like anything in those few hours. We understood the value of all of us staying together. Right? I
Yes.
said, let my career go to the dump. No problem. I don't want to be like this. My son said, Mama, aisa nahi chalega. Only those 2 words, Mama, aisa nahi chalega. I called up my husband. I'm chucking my job. We'll come to Dehradun. Family values, building
Yes.
values, nurturing values is where our actual happiness is all about. Yeah. Tell
Very
me.
true.
And it's so nice that we are in this Indian culture where we, believe in having that bonding with families. Because in the Western, it's not like that. It's so different. I remember this incident. My friend used to tell me that she had this friend of hers. They used to live together, two of them, and she used to say that my stepmom's come and my stepfather's come, and they're fighting inside the room, and these small incidents which happen because they really don't know who their parents are, what kind of bonding they should have with people, and they really do not have that kind of from for us, from when we are born, we are ingrained with values. We are being told by adults, respect your elders, take care of them, listen to them. but in the Western it's so different. And today the story really, connected me to my childhood and how my parents used to protect me when I used to come from school with my wet hair and wet bag and everything. My mom used to keep standing outside near the gate with a towel in her hand, just to wait कि आके बच्चे का मतलब सर कब पहुंचूं, सर्दी लग जाएगी. So these kind of incidents, that kind of bonding, I think it really exists only in Indian society. That kind of a feel, that kind of a bond, that kind of a respect for elderly people and for parents especially. So yeah, Suparna, today
In
I'm
fact,
really enjoying the talk. It's
I
all
get, I
gone
get,
to our childhood days.
no, but I get a very different kind of the entire story from my wife. She works with a lot of Westerners, and she works with UK and US clients. So, and in fact, her office people are most of them are from US and other part of country like Netherlands or something like that. She gives me a different perspective, and she says that those people have family values. It's I don't know, maybe we feel that, but she has a different understanding altogether, because she says they have 3 kids, they have 4 kids, they have 5 kids, and the sixth one is on the way, something like that. And they love family, and they love to be with their kids, they love to be with their parents. uh, this is what I get from my wife. I mean, it's two different stories to
there is a
digest
very
at
big
a time.
there is very big difference between the European family system. If you say a Netherlands, if you say Austria, if you say Bulgaria, if you say some parts of Russia, if you say France, the family value systems are different. But if you say USA, UK also, okay, not so big a problem. But USA, you have to understand, is a land of immigrants. It never had its own culture ever, right? The culture is built. If you actually see, the original tribes are called Indian tribes, American Indian tribes.
Yes.
Right? They are the original people of that land. So my father, he in 1960s, he was doing his PhD in USA. Okay. Then he became a food and agriculture expert, FAO expert. He was roaming around all over the world. We also had little chance to move around the world when we were very young. He got his citizenship in USA twice. Okay, it was offered to him. Both the times he refused. Reason? He says that country does not have a culture. I don't want my children to grow up in that country. It has got bounty. But there is no culture. And he regretted that no European country gave him citizenship, though he was in Europe many times. But it is America. After he passed out, they said you can stay back. Then post that also, when he was working as an FO expert, he got an invitation to say that you can stay back in the country. He said, no, I don't want to stay back. And he had his regret all his life, telling that why didn't an European country offer me a citizenship? Then I would have gone, because he used to travel extensively across the world. So there is a big distinction there also. Europe has got a lot of culture and a lot of religious culture, actually. A lot of religious culture. We do not see that, because the scientific part of the story is what the media brings out. The way they have grown up, the way their architecture is, the way their finer senses are, that comes out. But their religion doesn't come out. जितना हमारे देश में है ना ढिंडोरा पीटते हम, उतना वो लोग नहीं करते हैं in the media. Okay. But America is a very different thing. And what you are telling, Rahil, is right. They have 3, 4, 5 children. It's only in America that at the drop of a hat they tell, oh no, I can't live with you, overdone. UK to an extent also.
Okay.
I think I lost, but UK tries not to take these extreme steps, But there also stepmom, steppa is there. And that is why when they come to India, they are so awed when they see that we are staying, a 35-year-old is staying in his mom's house. Why not? With the whole family. How can we stay? Where is the space? And वो भी हम 2 रूम वाली खोली में रह लेते हैं, ठीक है ना? We stay. आराम से we stay. And they are
मुंबई में तो एक रूम की खोली.
एक रूम की खोली, 7-8 जन रह रहे हैं, आराम से रह रहे हैं, किसी को कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. दुनिया वैसे बढ़ भी रही है, बढ़ रहे हैं बच्चे, आराम से खा पी रहे हैं, सब अपने अपने हिसाब से चल रहे हैं. और रात के 9 बजे तो सब टीवी के सामने इकट्ठे बैठ गए हैं.
True.
सब
Dinner time,
मारा मारी
family
करके
time.
उतनी छोटी सी जगह पे वी आर ऑल ट्राइंग टू फाइंड आवर स्पेस.
Absolutely.
So this is there. Yeah, let's go ahead.
Okay, so we are close to our session now. Before closing the session, I just would like to ask the same question to both of you. I would like to know a different answer from both of you about this. What are the three most important things in the whole session now? Would you like to say that what are the three most important things for us to be happy? What would you say, Khushi? Summarizing. Yeah.
For me, it is finding happiness in the small things that you do on a day-to-day basis. Just look at the positives in any situations that you have. That's the first, very most important thing. Mindset. Change your perspective. Change your perspective about happiness. Second is forgive, because this is like a lot of people do not apologize. They have ego problems. They have attitude issues. But it's very important to remember to forgive, because it frees you also. When you forgive someone, you also feel, that you're not that bondage is not there within you, and it frees you also. So secondly, forgive and count your blessings. Be grateful for what you have. I always keep saying this. I cannot stress less upon this. For people who don't write journals, start journaling on a day-to-day basis. I have started journaling from like the past 1 year, and I have seen massive difference in my life. So I would urge each one of you all to start journaling. Write your gratitude journal. Write 3 things that you're grateful for at the end of the day. Count your blessings. So these are the 3 things I would like to tell all of you.
Wow, super. So Panna, how about you?
What are the 3 things that will make us happy? That's what you're trying to tell. That is the question. Okay.
Yes.
For me, first of all, the biggest happiness is take care of your own self.
Yeah.
First thing is that. Take care of your own self. Do not expect that somebody will take care of you. No. Your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual health. All the 3. That is happiness. If I am fit in mind and body, only then I'll be happy and I'll radiate happiness. Otherwise, I can't. Even a small headache, I can't. But why is that headache happening? Maybe I've not eaten food throughout the day. Maybe I didn't have time to eat food that day. Maybe I ran into acidity. Maybe I'm overstressed. Why? Take care of it. Your own self. Your own mental health. Be strong. Be grateful. Be honest. Be truthful. Your own mental health. Your own spiritual health. Say hello to God at least once a day. At least once a day. In the morning, in the evening, whenever. Hello. He's there. He's there along with you. He's treading along with you always. Have that faith in him. Right? This is point number 1. Take care of yourself. Love your own self, first of all. If you do that, if you take care of yourself, you can take care of the whole world. That's one. Second, as Khushi said, have gratitude. Have gratitude even for the काम वाली की आ रही है, काम कर रही है एक कोरोना में भी, ठीक है? Have gratitude for that person. Gratitude for everybody in their own place. Do not judge anybody. There is nothing to judge. We are nobody to judge. Gratitude which is unbiased. Gratitude which is non-judgmental. Gratitude which is on the bottom of your heart. This is second point. The third point is be childlike. Thoda natkhatpan. Let it be there in your life. Be little childlike. कभी कभार हट कर लो, जिद कर लो कि नहीं यार मुझे आज काम नहीं करना है, नहीं यार मुझे ये खाना है, अभी मेरे को हैदराबादी बिरयानी चाहिए, दुनिया में से लेके आओ कहीं। ये जिद, ये बचपना कर लो, बिल्कुल कर लो। जिस दिन ये बचपना निकल गया, उस दिन हमारे कंधे भारी हो गए। That day we feel the whole world is on my back. The whole world is on my shoulder. Then we start to lose the happiness quotient in our life. We feel, why am I supposed to do everything? But if you have that child in you alive, then you will be able to किसी को गाली देना भी आराम से होगा, किसी को बोलना भी आराम से होगा, किसी को हक करना भी आराम से होगा, किसी के लिए रोना भी आराम से होगा, because that child in you is alive. Don't kill that child in you with layers and layers and layers of responsibility. The world is not dependent. Everybody in this world is indispensable. आज हम हैं, आज हम नहीं है, तो दुनिया 3 दिन के लिए रोएगी, चौथे दिन अपने आप चलने लगेगी. ठीक है? So let's not have that गुरूर कि हम हैं तो दुनिया है. कोई जरूरत नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं है. हम हैं तो दुनिया है, ऐसा किसी के लिए आज तक ना हुआ है, ना किसी के लिए होगा आगे. So let that child in you be alive. 3 things. Please take care of yourselves. You can radiate happiness. Please have gratitude for each and everyone, unjudgmentally, unbiasedly, and let the child in you be alive. And you will see how happy you are.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
For me, 3 happiness, I would say, do things what you love, find purpose for your life, and listen to your heart is what I say, happiness for me. Or I can say to be happy. Okay, all right.
Very nice.
So we have come to our end of the show, and in the entire 1 hour, close to 56 minutes now, we have spoken a lot of different things, and there is one. Okay, there is one. Not a question, but Rajendra sir is telling that you want to know the real happiness. एक कमरे का छोटा सा घर बन सकता है तीरथ सा. आओ गोरी नाल के नीचे हम गंगा स्नान करें. ओके, सो ही वांट टू से दैट छोटा सा घर जो है वो एक तीरथ सा बन सकता है जहां पे हम लोग गंगा स्नान कर सकते हैं सभी. सो दैट्स व्हाट ही
नल का पानी भी
गंगा के स्नान के जैसा. I mean, this is amazing, Rajendra. Thank you so much for. Yes, I know, Khushi, I know that. Thank you so much, sir. बहुत बहुत बड़ी बात कह दी आपने छोटी सी शब्दों में. This is amazing. And just to sum up the entire show, I would like to say what we discussed here today. We discussed the satisfaction what we get is in the smallest of the smallest things. We make someone happy. Khushi said that if you make someone happy, we can find happiness there, learn new things. And we also came to know that there is something called DOSE hormone, which is dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphin or endomorphin hormone. So these are the happy hormones which we generate in our body when we are happy. And there are smallest of the smallest moments which are there, which we need to nurture it well so that it becomes a bigger happiness for me, for us, all of us. And there is something called intrinsic and extrinsic happiness. Intrinsic is a longer happiness. Extrinsic is a small, short time happiness, you can say. And we also discussed about colors of happiness. Colors are different for different people, different mood and different mindset. Color give happiness also when you have something kind of a very particular love towards that color. We also discussed that money can't buy that happiness, but yes, it can give you things what you want for that smallest period of time, or you can say the extrinsic happiness what you can get from money. But the bigger happiness what you get is with the family, and with that you get a lot of other fringe benefits, you can say, we get. Apart from that, we also discussed that to get your piece of happiness with your family members, do communicate well, do talk to them, do tell them that you want their time, do you want their peace of mind when you are sitting with them or you're sitting next to them. Tell them that please switch off your mobile. My wife also does that. So I also, completely understand how you said that, Suparna. I will do that, and I also do it definitely. Apart from that, we also spoke about look for the smallest of the smallest happiness in your life. We also spoke about the family is bigger than our career, also sometimes in our life. Family plays a major role in our life. Small things makes a bigger impact in our life. Okay, now the last thing what we understood and we spoke from our experience, Khushi said that small things makes a lot of difference. We also heard that positive and the change perspective what we need to see in our life, that's one of the important perspective for being happy. Second thing we heard from her is forgiveness. Have forgiveness nature. Count your blessings is the learning what we get from Kushi. And Suparna said that take care of your own self, being mentally and physically and spiritually, which we say mind, body, and soul, has to be in connection with each other. So that's one thing. Second thing, have gratitude. Third thing, be childlike. And this is the entire theme of our show. What I said was a smallest of the thing, that do things what you love, find purpose for your life. And the third thing, what I like to say is listen to your heart. So this is the entire show summed up in few lines. I hope I did the justice to the entire show.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much, and thank you everyone for being here, listening to us. Our show is actually because of all of you who listen to us and get a little bit of the understanding what we are talking about and what we are sharing, what experience we are sharing here. So thank you, Kushi. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Suparna. Thank you so much for being here, because every time I feel that you are the char chand lagane wala sitara in the show. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so
Love
much,
you.
friends. Dear
Much
friends,
love.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
nice
Bye-bye.
connecting to the world like this. And
absolutely.
all of you who have been here, you can connect to us also. We can come only for you also, all three of us. It's
Yes.
been a trio. We have been rocking every Saturday or Sunday. And we intend to come like this again and again. I hope you all are there with us. And we really enjoy being with you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good night.
Thank you so much.
Shubhratri.
Much love. Yeah.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.